Clause 28, subsection 1 of the Electoral Bill 2022 requires that it requires INEC to issue notice of election not later than 360 days before the day appointed for an election. As indicated by INEC, the scheduled date for the 2023 presidential election and National Assembly election is February 18, 2023. Therefore, the notice of election for the 2023 general election should be issued on the 22nd of February 2022, because the total date of the days from 22nd February 2022 to 17th of February 2023 is 360 days. If the President gives assent to the bill on or before February 22nd, 2022, INEC will be legally bound to issue notice of election, and the dates for the 2023 election, will be maintained. However, if the President acts on the bill after the 22nd February 2022, the date for the 2023 election and other subsequent elections, all the activities might be affected. Note that President Muhammadu Buhari has declined assent to the amendment to Electoral Act on 5 occasions in the last 5 years. In March 2018, he rejected the bill due to the provisions that would usurp INEC powers on electoral matters. In July 2018, he outrightly vetoed the bill by refraining from making comments on the bill until the expiration of 30 days, the timeline given. In September 2018, he rejected the bill on the basis of drafting errors and cross-referencing gaps. In December 2018, he rejected the bill that it was too close to the 2019 general election. Lastly, he rejected the current bill in December 2021 based on the adoption of direct primaries as the only legally approved procedure for the nomination of candidates. If the current bill, electoral bill, suffers the same fate, it will amount to a subversion of popular will and national interest. The bill strengthens INEC's financial independence, and the Commission is empowered to reject falsified election results. The newly introduced timeline for key electoral activities, such as early primaries and submission of a list of candidates, will facilitate early electoral preparations and promote issue-based political engagement. 6, the undersigned civil society organizations, notes that any further delay in concluding the process of enacting the bill, the Electoral Bill 2022, will directly impact on preparations for upcoming elections, especially the 2023 general elections, which is just 366 days away today.
Are beginning to, hawk around the electoral amendment bill because of the new insertions that have come into it, which we hear perhaps a lot of them are not happy with. But like the text said, the appropriation bill and the petroleum bill elicited commendation on the president because he signed it and then brought a new proposal. So this can happen.
The president's delay in signing this bill is also a delay in the promise that he made that he's going to be the people's president. And now, Mr. President, the people is speaking. You do have a private jet that the country pays for. I don't think your presence in Brussels is more important than the democratic development of this country. And I think, if need be, please come back so that we can stay within the limit of the time that we have that makes the entire process legal. Come back, sign the bill so that this country will remain one. There are things that I don't want to say, but his refusal will mean a lot. And his signing it will mean much more to the most vulnerable in our society. So please, Mr. President, You have one more time, one more chance to write your name in gold by signing this bill.
And I hear the anger about the president not wanting to sign the bill. We have lobbied. We have lobbied enough. We have pleaded enough with the president. What more do they want us to do? I don't want to preempt what the civil society will do because we're here for a meeting. Soon after the press briefing, we'll go into a closed-door meeting. I cannot preempt because we're all here distinctively representing civil society organizations. There are more consultations within the civil society. We have called on the president enough. There has been a lot of work. The National Assembly worked tirelessly for all of the years this bill was presented. The bill was passed, it has been passed how many times? As many times as the time the president rejected. And so, what else do we want the National Assembly to do? They have done their duty to Nigeria by sending, the bill again to him. They came back from holiday, we pressurized them, we've been working and lobbying them. They quickly were able to pass the bill. And the president still has not assented. He kept it for 30 days and never come back to Nigerian people, waited for the 30 days. When they say you have 30 days to react to something, if it has problem, it means that you can see it quickly and react to it. Does that mean that the president does not have enough legal staff, including the Attorney General of the country, to look at issues that is of utmost concern to Nigerians, to be able to react to it? And so I think we are really tired. We are frustrated because we have respected enough. We know what to do. We know what to do. National Assembly is our home. It's the home of Nigerians. It's the home of taxpayers in Nigeria. It's the home of citizens. For this time, they have done their bit. The bill is with the president. And the president is disappointing Nigerians. For all of these years, we have pleaded and we have, until the end of last year, we were still pleading with the president. And he did nothing. Finally, on a national television, the president says, I will assent to the bill if there is an inclusion of consensus and other means. This, the National Assembly has done. And the National Assembly, we are wondering whether they don't have enough powers to veto. You see, the problem with the bill now is that if it gets too late to the National Assembly, even when they veto, it will still have problems. And so we are calling on the president. We know what to do. We are going into a closed-door meeting. And this morning, Labour Civil Society Coalition is represented by Eze. And we are going to take a decision that we no longer, enough is enough for Nigerians. You can't be going out of Nigeria when a lot of people are being killed. We have conflict in Nigeria. We have more serious things that does not require the kind of debate that we're having. We should be debating about the insecurity in Nigeria. We should be debating about the economy in Nigeria. When this president came into power, the current government, a bag of rice was 8,000. A bag of rice is over 30,000 now. And the minimum wage, even the minimum wage cannot buy a bag of rice. So what are we talking about? So let's focus. We are calling on him. The respect is not because we're stupid. It's not because we cannot hit the street. But we are mobilizing, and we are calling on all civil society organizations to mobilize. Because I think it's getting to act. It's long overdue for us to go into action.
Civil society groups identified drafting errors and cross-referencing gaps in the electoral bill. After, and this is just an update for members of the press, after a careful review of the version of the bill that was transmitted to the president for assent, we're happy to report that 98% of all the drafting errors and the cross-referencing gaps have been resolved based on the transmitted version of the bill that we have reviewed. There's just one clause in particular that is yet to be resolved, but that again is also a subject of interpretation. But I think it's important to commend the National Assembly for acceding to the request that citizens made to address the drafting errors and the cross-referencing gaps.